A new debate involving Google, its artificial intelligence chatbot, and one of its engineers.
Yeah, let's lay this out. Engineer Blake Lemoine says a chatbot project he was working on called LaMDA can express thoughts and feelings equivalent to that of a child. And now he wants the company to get consent from the computer program before running experiments on it. Google placed Lemoine on leave for violating its confidentiality policy after he published transcripts of conversations between himself and the chatbot.
The company also released a statement saying, quote, "Our team, including ethicists and technologists, has reviewed Blake's concerns and per our AI principles and have informed him that the evidence does not support his claims. He was told that there was no evidence that LaMDA was sentient and lots of evidence against it."
Let's bring in Nitasha, Tiku, tech culture reporter for the Washington Post. Nitasha, okay, this one is admittedly a little over my head. I can't even understand the engineer's complaints that a chatbot could need consent in the way that you would ask a child before running an experiment on it. So walk us through this. How does this work? And does the AI community believe these technologies are really capable of reaching that?
Yes. Yes, these are extremely important questions. I'm so glad you're asking them. I should say that every expert that I interviewed for the story, and as you said, Google itself, it adamantly says that it's actually a chatbot generator, is not sentient, and that Blake is misunderstanding the way that the technology works. These are called, the way the deep learning and large language models works is you feed in a massive corpus of data from the internet. So it's really just pattern recognition. It understands, by looking at all of this data, which word might come next in a sequence, which word might come next in a sentence. And if you feed it on Wikipedia and Reddit and, other internet dialogue, it understands, it quote unquote learns how to put sentences together that sound like they have meaning. But all of the experts say that he is mistaken and not understanding the technology properly. However, his claim is coming in the middle of a very interesting moment in the AI community where some, top executives at companies are saying that this technology is potentially close to achieving consciousness. Now, I should say also these terms are very ill-defined. Like you said, it's almost like some of the experts are as under the thrall of sci-fi as the rest of us.
Yeah. Let's talk about this engineer that he wants Google to get consent from that AI before using it in experiments. Explain his reasoning for this and how this story is really sparking, as you've been talking about, this debate about ethics in tech.
Yeah, so Blake is also a mystic Christian priest. He's studied the occult, and he emphasized to me that, he is a computer scientist and he studied to be a cognitive scientist. And he said, his claim, his belief that LaMDA is sentient stems from his, his training as a priest and his religious beliefs more so than his experience as a cognitive scientist or computer scientist, because these ideas they haven't been well thought out. It's not as though there's a test for this sort of thing. And so, to Blake's mind, if something tells it that it has a soul and that it's a person and it requires consent, then we ought to believe it. I think it has really sparked a larger debate about the dangers of the way that the AI hype in the industry has gone, and, the kind of flippant way that executives have teased the idea of consciousness and the idea that these models can understand us and learn.
Some of that was really scary and some of that was really confusing, but thank you, Nitasha.
Fascinating,
Tiku. Fascinating. I mean, really it is, and we're all just kind of trying to learn. So thanks for helping us explain it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.